What if I told you that South Korea doesn't just export K-pop and K-dramas, but business models that print money with something very simple: automation, self-service, and pay and done. Today, I'm bringing you 20 Korean businesses that can explode in Latin America because they combine two brutal forces: technology and vending. Businesses where you don't need 20 employees, where the location can run for many hours by itself, and where repeat purchases are constant. But I'm not going to throw a boring list at you. I'm going to show you the logic behind why they work in Korea, how to adapt them to your city so they actually make money, what machines you need, where the margins are, and, most importantly, how to start small so the business pays for the expansion. Stay until the end because I'm going to reveal the combo that fastest turns a corner, a small shop, or a mall hallway into a constant cash flow machine. And if you want to import machines from China with a method, in the description, I'm leaving you the link to the complete guide. Section 1. Why South Korea is the factory of automatic business models. South Korea became a laboratory of frictionless businesses. Over there, staffless store formats, self-service systems, and fast experiences that don't depend on someone assisting you became popular. In recent years, the concept of unmanned retail has expanded so much that the media report thousands of staffless stores and accelerated growth of the model. And why does that matter for Latin America? Because here there's also a reality. People want speed, extended hours, affordable prices, and entertaining experiences. And if you set up a business that combines automation with a product that is impulse buy or repetitive need, you can build recurring income without depending on being hands-on all day. The key is to copy the structure, not copy the country. Korea has a culture of trust and technology. Latin America has high demand and less saturated markets in several formats. Your advantage is to enter early, position yourself, and create habits. Yes, let's go with the 20 businesses. Business number 1. Unmanned ramen store with a hot food machine. In Korea, automated fast food concepts have become a trend. You buy, you wait minutes, and you eat. There have even been noodle vending type solutions launched with automatic preparation, designed for staffless operation or minimal supervision. In Latin America, this is gold in universities, nightlife areas, transport stations, hospitals, and areas near clubs. The formula is simple: a machine that dispenses hot food, plus industrial microwaves or integrated cooking systems, plus a small space with high tables. You're not selling food, you're selling solve it right now. Scalability here is brutal because the same format replicates by locations, and because it's an impulse buy, traffic is the boss. Business number 2. Korean photo booth Life 4 Cuts, Latam version. In Korea, modern photo booths are insane. Minimalist cabins, filters, frames, good lighting, and a social experience people repeat for fun. Brands like Life 4 Cuts and others became part of the urban landscape and positioned themselves as a trend. In Latin America, you adapt it with a differentiator: local themes and events, malls, tourist areas, concerts, fairs, parties, weddings, graduations, quinceañeras. The business isn't printing photos, it's selling memory and content for social media. And the best part, a well-set-up booth can run by itself. You only need paper refills, cleaning, and support. Scalability is by locations, and marketing becomes free because every photo is advertising. Business number 3. Gacha capsules and mini surprise toy stores. Korea is living a strong fever for capsule machines and surprise toys, a model that mixes collecting, emotion, and impulse buying. Media have covered the boom of these machines and their "I want another" effect on consumers. In Latin America, this can explode in malls, school zones, cinemas, and tourist spots. The trick is to curate the inventory. Don't put junk. Put collectibles, minifigures, trendy keychains, collaborations, popular franchises, and seasonal series. Rotation is the engine. Your advantage is that in many cities, this is still underexploited. And when something becomes a trend, the one who already has locations wins. Business number 4. Coin noraebang, karaoke in small booths. In Korea, coin-operated karaoke booths became popular. You enter, you pay per songs or time, and you sing with no human interaction. It's been a trend for years and became a massive format. In Latin America, this can be a bomb in nightlife areas, malls, tourist zones, and even universities. 2 booths, good sound isolation, a simple payment system, and updated playlists. You sell private, fast fun. The key is maintenance and cleaning, and location. If it's where people already go out to have fun, it prints money. Business number 5. Unmanned convenience at night. Mini market with remote control. In Korea, staffless retail expanded, even across multiple sectors, supported by control technology, cameras, and automated payment systems. In Latin America, the smart approach isn't open a store with nobody, and that's it. It's opening a compact mini-market with extended hours, where self-service reduces cost in off-peak hours. You start with a hybrid mode, staff in peak hours, and self-service in slow hours, using cameras, sensors, smart locks, and remote control. Where does it work? Large residential complexes, office zones, student buildings, gyms, and clinics. Business number 6. Smart parcel lockers and pickup points. Korea is strong in last-mile logistics and the use of lockers for deliveries and pickups. There are analyses of the adoption of smart lockers as a convenient solution for e-commerce. In Latin America, this is a goldmine because logistics are expensive and sometimes unsafe. You set up lockers in strategic points, partner stores, gyms, universities, buildings. You charge per received package for extra storage time and for returns. And the most powerful part, this becomes B2B. You negotiate with couriers, local e-commerce, and stores. You don't depend on selling to the end consumer. You sell to the system. Business number 7. Unmanned ice cream shop and self-service desserts. In Korea, staffless store formats for food and desserts have been seen, with even franchises testing contactless stores. In Latin America, you adapt it as ice cream 24/7 or desserts for cravings, smart freezers with QR payment, cameras, inventory control, and a small well-lit location. If you do it in a residential area or near nightlife, it's constant flow. The margin here is built on volume and brand. The easier it is to buy, the more impulse sales you get. Business number 8. Automated coffee kiosk, unmanned coffee. The concept of automated cafes and self-service points has become visible in Korea, with models designed to operate with minimal human intervention. In Latin America, it's perfect for places where coffee is bought out of necessity. Hospitals, universities, offices, workshops, stations. A kiosk with a professional machine, digital payments, clear options, and scheduled maintenance. Your differentiation isn't coffee. It's fast coffee, always available. And if you connect it with vending snacks, you double the average ticket. Business number 9. Skincare and K-beauty vending in premium spots. Korea dominates the skincare world. The vending model applied to beauty works by impulse and by quick try. You place machines in malls, airports, gyms, salons, and tourist areas with many products, masks, serums, sunscreen, travel kits. The play is rotation by seasons and trends. You turn it into quick self-care. And if you add a QR that takes them to buy the full size online, you create a full funnel. Business number 10. Vending for phone accessories and instant rescue. Where do people break down? Cable, charger, screen protector, earbuds, adapter. And when it breaks, they pay anything to solve it now. In Korea and Asia, these points look like automatic micro stores. In Latin America, it works brutally in universities, terminals, airports, malls, and bar areas. The key is smart inventory, no 50 SKUs, only what sells the most, and instant payment. Business number 11. Power bank rental. Charger rentals by stations. The model is simple. Stations where you rent a power bank, use it, and return it at any other station. In cities with nightlife, tourism, and students, this becomes a habit. You monetize per minute, per hour, or with a monthly plan. And the best part, it's a network business. At first, one station does little, but when you have 10, the system becomes useful and usage explodes. Business number 12. Self-service printing. Prints, photos, stickers, and documents 24/7. In Korea, there's an obsession with fast and practical. You bring it to Latin America with a self-service printing station in student and paperwork zones. Print PDFs, make copies, laminate, print ID-style photos, make stickers. The key point is availability. People don't want to look for an open print shop. They want to solve it now. And this business, well located, generates daily flow. Business number 13. Sell photo studio booths for creators. Beyond the photo booth in Korea, self-studios became popular. Mini studios with pro lights, backdrops, and remote shooting for photos and reels. The user pays for time, enters, and creates content. In Latin America, this is a goldmine because everyone wants content, but few have space and lights. You set it up as an hourly booth with fixed lights, tripod, backgrounds, and a simple tutorial. It sells itself through TikTok and Instagram. Business number 14. Smart vending of healthy food in gyms and offices. If you place normal vending, you sell little. If you place vending designed for the customer, you sell every day. In Korea, the logic of self-service plus convenience dominates. In LATAM, you can do the same with protein, bars, nuts, zero sugar drinks, cold sandwiches, salads. The secret is rotation and restocking. If the product looks fresh, the customer trusts it. And if the machine accepts easy payment, it becomes a habit. Business number 15. Micro store of Korean snacks with vending plus display case. The Korean wave is already here. Ramen, snacks, drinks, sweets. The Korean convenience model lends itself to small stores with high ticket from novelty. You build it as a hybrid, a minimal display case, and several vending machines with imported products and limited editions. The purchase is pure impulse, and marketing is made with short videos of trying Korean snacks. Business number 16. Ordering kiosks with efficient kitchen flow for restaurants. Korea is strong in digitizing ordering, kiosks, screens, automatic orders. In Latin America, this becomes a B2B business. You sell and install the system to small restaurants that want to look modern and serve faster. It's not just software. It's the package, hardware, digital menu, payments, reports, basic inventory control, and support. Your profit is from installation plus a monthly fee. Business number 17. Unmanned pet products. Self-service 24/7. In Korea, expansion of staffless stores has been reported across diverse sectors, including specialized categories. In Latin America, pets is an industry that never stops. You set up a 24/7 point for snacks, litter, bags, toys, portioned food, and emergency products, ideal in residential neighborhoods. Your advantage is that the customer buys out of urgency, and urgency pays margin. Business number 18. Vending of experiences, capsules with codes and prizes. This is a psychological model. You sell surprise. You can sell capsules that bring a QR with prizes, discounts, experiences, tickets 2 for 1, coupons from partners. It's gotcha, but adapted to your city. You do it with partnerships, restaurants, cinemas, gyms, barbershops, events. You monetize through capsule sales and through sponsorship from brands that want to be inside. And the user repeats because they might get something better. Business number 19. Food pickup lockers. Pickup without lines. Think about this. At peak hours, the restaurant collapses. But if you have a thermal locker or pickup lockers, the customer just arrives, scans, and takes their order. This reduces lines, reduces errors, and increases sales. Here the business is selling the system to restaurants and chains. You install lockers, integrate with ordering, and charge a monthly fee. The restaurant gains speed. You gain recurring income. Business number 20. The most profitable combination. An automatic zone in one location. Here comes the combo I promised. Instead of setting up only one business, you build a Korean automatic zone inside a small location. You put a photo booth, you put gacha, you put Korean snack vending, you put a small karaoke booth or a drink station. All self-service, all designed so people stay, record, upload, and return. And what's the secret? Each thing pushes the other. The one who comes for photos buys a snack. The one who comes for snack sees gacha. The one who plays gacha takes photos. And you capture multiple micro-sales per person without needing 10 employees. This is what works in malls. A corner that becomes a spot. And when it becomes a spot, people come back with friends. And when they come back with friends, your revenue multiplies. If you understand this, you have a huge advantage. Korea isn't selling you ideas. It's showing you the future of retail. Self-service, fast experiences, impulse buying, tech-controlled operations, and scalability by locations. Now, I want you to write in the comments your city and which of these 20 businesses you would set up first. And if you want to import machines from China safely, with verified suppliers and correct specifications, in the description I'm leaving you the link to the step-by-step guide. See you in the next video.